Welcome to Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney, Part 46.
May I ask you to please proceed with your testimony?
No.
Actually, tries in Tribulations, Jovah.
Eh?
But it's so hard to go on.
That's what she said.
My heart will go on and shit.
We're all on your side, Miss Foster. Speak for yourself.
There's no need to worry. Just tell us what you saw.
No need to worry. She's speaking out, Dawn.
Yes, sir.
She's a lot more compliant with this prosecutor than she was with Payne.
I wonder why.
After he stabbed her in the back, he quickly picked her up in his arms. Then he carried her over to the car. I suppose that was the only way he could make sure the body...
He could have just thrown her into the lake.
He couldn't just leave the body on top of the bridge.
I wonder if Mia will point this out.
I'm sorry, I'm not only to talk about what I saw.
You know what's funny, Tio? I remember...
This is great.
You know, Tia, I remember how you mentioned that, yeah, this is pretty much a guaranteed lose for Mia. When you think about it, it kind of balances out with the fact that the first case was a guaranteed win.
Well,
since, you know, the defendant was Phoenix.
Dweebs asked me what I was thinking about this case so far. So far, my impression is that this should have been fused with the first case into one bigger one.
Trust me, Tio, there's a big
That doesn't
reason
work,
why they
Theo.
were saving
They're like
this.
5 years apart or something.
Mm-hmm.
That wouldn't work.
Also, trust me, Tio, there's actually a good reason why they're saving it for the fourth case position. A very good reason.
Maybe I'll stop off at my favorite cafe on the way home. They make a really great mocha latte.
Also, to be fair, if this were merged with the first case, the identity of you-know-who wouldn't be nearly as much a mystery with this payoff, now would
This
it?
trial isn't over yet.
That's what I like to hear.
Really?
Yeah.
Anyway. Alright, Miss Faye, your cross-examination if you please. Hey.
You sound weird today. What did you put in your coffee?
Cider.
Okay.
Why do
Coffee
you
is cider?
correct? Why do you correct your coffee with cider?
Correct
Because
your
it-
coffee.
Actually, well, Shiri, that's actually an expression here. When you pour alcohol into coffee, which is a common thing in my country, you actually correct it.
Oh boy.
I put like 5 teaspoons of sugar in mine.
So if I get this right, Italy only likes their coffee with alcohol?
Yeah, it's actually a common thing as a they just
How are
tested.
your officials not drunk around the clock?
They
are.
are.
Oh god. Okay, back to the game.
I'm pretty sure if I tried serving that to a customer, he would look me. Excuse me, what are you doing?
It's actually a common thing to actually ask the bartender the type of alcohol that you want in it.
I can assure you too, I've never been asked that.
Be right back.
Oh, you
let's-
don't
well-
live in Italy, do you? We do
Well,
have
young
coffee
lady.
coffees around here. We call it an Irish coffee.
Well,
Well,
everyone
no,
knows that.
well, yeah, no, true. To be fair, when it comes to foreign customers, I've only attended both British people and French people, not not Italian so far.
No,
Ha! We're one step too slow. And then...
you're too sorry.
What
Well,
did
actually,
the
wasn't I
defendant
backup
react to
Diego though?
that? Well, I was kind of backup you-know-who, but...
Whatever.
You personally witnessed that?
Yes, yes, I did.
Yes. Did anything strange happen when he... Well, I don't know if you'd call it strange or not.
Free.
I'm not gonna make that. I'm not gonna make that reference.
That's when the victim's skull fell off.
You mean the scarf?
That very one insane.
I'm baffled by this for some reason.
Her words match what we found at the scene. I don't see any problem.
Oh, well, I've already read this.
Hold it! Why do you say that? It's already a broken down bridge hidden away in...
Point.
Doing anything more than hide the corpse going overboard, isn't it?
Maybe.
Yes, but the mountain is famous among hikers.
So you're a hiker? You don't look fat enough.
Yeah, to be fair. Well,
What?
wait. Oh God. No.
Well, I'm going for the hikers from Pokemon.
Well, hold on. In Gen 7, there's a feminine hiker who's not fat.
But it's February, right? And it was a rainy day, correct?
Hey, look. Mount Everest ain't exactly sun and shiny. You don't see the hikers being questioned about that. Oh, I love this bit.
There's also a small temple and a channeling dojo there.
Mm-hmm.
You know those monks. They just love cold, isolated places.
Yeah. Channeling dojo and running cold, isolated places. I think the witness is trying to say that the corpse could have been found at any time. Besides, the witness is merely reporting what she witnessed with her own eyes. Basically, their argument is that there's a channeling dojo, so of course the residents there might have found the body since they like to do their stuff in the river. The ice-cold river.
Objection! A killer not wanting his victim to be found, I can understand that.
Well, good.
But
However, the idea of moving the body for that purpose is clearly odd. There was a much easier way to make sure the body was found.
True.
All right, Miss Know-It-All. Why don't you elucidate us on it? Well, what is it? The judge is in suspense.
Take another look at the map of the area and you'll see how.
Have a look.
There's a river right below the bridge. Earlier, Mr. Edgeworth pointed out something interesting about the river.
It has water in it.
For those not aware, Eagle River is well known for its powerful current. Most bodies that fallen are never recovered.
okay.
Ah!
Is it a regular occurrence?
Apparently.
In the kidnapping case 5 years ago, the victim's body was carried away
Shiroi.
and found.
Shiroi, remember, this is the Ace Attorney universe where there's a murder case like every 15 minutes.
If 10 murders were to occur at that same spot above the
Again, it's a Attorney universe. That's not at all implausible.
you can bet your boots that every other killer would have tossed the body.
Yeah.
That.
It's like what we've said.
So at the end of this river, there's a pile of corpses.
Order! Order! Order!
Okay, BRB, guys.
Oh,
I'm not sure if I care for the way you put that, Miss Faye.
Is he ever sure how he likes anything?
Yeah, you see, unlike my brother, who seems to be so swayed by everything, I've decided to take a different approach.
Be even more unsure?
No, I'm always in disagreement with the defense attorney. Well, Mr. Edgeworth?
Who's back up?
Oh, sad. I guess I'll be...
Go ahead.
Perhaps Miss Faye would do well to try taking a dip in the river herself.
What?
After all, you claim to be such an expert in the ways of nature.
Rules of nature! Sorry.
What are you talking about?
Do I have to spell for you, woman? My point is that no matter how odd you may find the killer's method of body disposal, the fact is that this is what the killer did. If it's weird, well, what can I tell you? Killers tend to be weird. None of your arguments have anything to do with what the witness saw. He has a point there, actually. Quite true. Hey, Miss Faye, it seems that your assertion is without merit after... How many times has he said this by at this point in this trial?
This catchphrase.
I'm serious.
Oh, go ahead.
Sorry, Miss Mia, but your assertion once again has no merit. I'm pretty sure he said 5 times by this point? Surely you cannot deny that the body was found in the trunk of the car. It's in the fucking photo. That's certainly consistent with what the witness has told us. Hey.
Hey.
Hey. You mean the chicken from Moana?
Please, witness, go on with your testimony.
Wow, Edgeworth, your voice changed so quick.
I'm really good
Wonderful.
at that.
I'll try.
Edgeworth is actually practicing as a voice actor.
All
Just
you
in
have
case
to
this...
do
Just
is...
Actually, yeah, that's my headcanon now. Since he's still starting out as a prosecutor, he has a side thing as a voice actor in case this whole lawyering thing doesn't pan out.
What's he talking about?
The
Well, again,
mean
Pedro,
lady over there, of course.
There's been quite a few lawyers who decide to become... The guy who played the Sixth Doctor Who was one of them.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, okay.
After he stabbed her in the back.
Nothing close.
And then stabbed her in the back.
There's our new
Basically,
testimony
Jovah, while you were gone, I was establishing how many times in this case has the judge said, "Well, Miss Faye, turns out your assertion has no merit after all."
4 at this point, I think.
Yeah, at the very least.
That's when I came to my senses.
Ah, that means, Miss Faye, that your assertion has no merit after all. So shut up.
I said to myself, you have to, please.
No, you said
thought-
to yourself, "Wah ha ha."
And so that's when you called the police, correct?
You're sure that you saw that with your own?
I don't know, maybe in between a psychotic episode she might have missed something, but that's just a big if.
Yes, I'm 100% certain.
Sure. The killer broke into the trunk of a stolen car. Witnesses photo.
No.
Objection!
Yes.
Well, Miss Fox, it looks like you've done it this time.
Done what?
Done what?
You done goofed.
Yeah, pretty much.
Made a crucial mistake.
Whoopsie.
But that's what you said the last 87 times.
A crucial mistake? Like what, Miss Faye? Let me guess. I'm not sure I like the way you're talking to her, Miss Faye.
Let's see.
At least he's never used the word badgering.
Yeah, that's one thing. That's one thing about G's brother. He's nowhere near as charming as his older brother. Honestly,
He's younger and thus less experienced, so let's just say he's...
It's
Well,
not just that, Jovah. It's not that, Jovah.
It's
It's
also the
fact
reason
that,
he actually became a judge. Actually, let's wait and see that. I think it's in this part where he actually mentions why he became a judge. It really goes to show.
Yes, and?
Now, as for why that witness photo contradicts your statement...
It's mostly because he repeats so many of his lines.
It's simple, Miss Foster. Take a look at the diagram.
Yeah, haven't you learnt anything off that father of yours who went to Gloucester but fell into a puddle?
No, Dwebs.
Whatever.
Her father is Beelzebub. So obviously,
Anyway, we've run that joke into the ground.
Do you see what I mean? Even if you tried to see this car,
Mm-hmm.
this outcropping of rock is directly in the way.
Yep.
true.
Unless you're a
I use-
Kryptonian, in which case you can see through it.
That's right, Miss Foster.
By the way, are you from Gloucester, perchance?
No. From where you were standing, you could not have possibly seen the killer's car.
Dun dun dun.
Objection! I admit that the diagram shows a large outcropping of rock.
Here's an updated diagram.
However, it isn't so tall that it would stop her from seeing the car.
Prove
Are
it.
you sure about that, mate?
I swear, on the non-updated map.
That's right, despite my initial reaction. It's not high at all.
I'm the one that's high.
I was able to see his car just fine.
Sure.
Now we need a definitive way to disprove it. Looks like Mia's got something.
I'm so sorry, but that just doesn't work. Gosh.
Oh yeah.
Either way.
This fucking stain won't fucking come off. Dot dot dot.
I believe it was the witness who presented this as evidence to the... Yes?
Yes, indeed. So it must be legit. No takes backsies.
This is the location that the photo was taken from.
Because as we all know, witnesses are very trustworthy.
They're supposed to be.
Your own photo tells...
Underline supposed.
And now here it comes.
You can clearly see the left side of the bridge.
But notice the subtle difference there to the left?
But the outcropping that is being referred to is really more like a cliff.
And then Mia turns like, Your Honor, this thing that looks like a cliff is clearly a ghost. Ghosts are proven.
You know what would have been funny is if they have a murder taking place on a cliff and the guy dying is called Richard or something.
Anyway.
Get it, Cliff Richard.
Your view should have been completely cut off by this cliff. But still you claim to have been able to see the killer's car.
Well, dang, she's bringing the logic hard there.
Well, you know what's gonna
Bust
happen
up.
with that.
Fess up, bitch.
No.
No. Ding.
Order! Order in the court! What is the meaning of all this ballyhoo?
What the hell is that?
Hey.
I've never heard that word.
Let me look it up.
They probably must have
Objection!
Canadians on the SSMB. What?
Your Honor, don't jump to any hasty conclusions. Please.
We're finding Nino Quinny because we have Shiro.
The fact
for this
that
one,
the
brother, look.
escapee fled in a stolen car was
We need a
reported on the
Canadian member.
news.
Yes.
After witnessing a murder, I'm sure you can appreciate that the witness was very upset.
Unless she called.
Shit.
She must have heard about the stolen car and convinced herself that she saw it. Yeah, this is definitely
What's
This is definitely
Was-
Edgeworth before he was a bit more witty, shall we say. He's still witty,
Objection!
but oops.
But she was repeatedly warned before starting her testimony.
Don't lie, you bitch. That's what I said.
Do you swear to tell the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Oh, well, crud. Ballyhoo is actually an English word.
Well, actually, no. She can't do that swear because if she touched the Bible, the Bible, her hands will burn.
Yeah.
So
But wait, that's a great idea. We could prove she is the devil.
Okay, guys.
what is it?
I think I must have remembered things wrong.
Sure you did.
Okay, guys, turns out we owe the Canadians an apology. Ballyhoo is actually a word used by everyone.
What do you mean?
What the hell does it mean?
Huh.
It has three definitions: a noisy, attention-getting demonstration or talk, flamboyant, exaggerated or sensational promotion or publicity, and excited commotion. Objection!
So it's a fancy word for skrunking.
Pretty much.
Miss
Like,
Faye,
how
no
does
one on the face. Oh, I love this
skrunking
line.
mean?
Miss
I've
Faye.
never heard that
Oh, wait,
word.
hold on, guys, I love this line. Miss Faye,
Yes, indeed. Quite true. You know what they say.
The
To
more
err is human. To forgive, divine.
Okay, I love the line that Edgeworth said before that.
Actually,
Miss Faye.
no, it's never way around.
Anyway, I love the line that Edgeworth said before that. Miss Faye, no one on the face of this planet is perfect.
That's not fair.
Save the tears for later, kitten.
Gotta love,
You're crying. Mr. Armando?
gotta love how even though he's Manfred von Karma's pupil, even he still remembers that nobody's
Don't look
perfect.
back until the trial is over. Now is the time to go forward.
But that wasn't fair.
Life ain't fair,
It
bitch.
isn't
Get used
fair.
to it.
Come on, Mia.
It's her first trial.
Okay, kitten. You need to relax. Then you need to remember.
To be a
Life
fucking
ain't fair,
adult.
stupid.
Basically, Shira, to give you an idea, skrunk is from the Warrior comic book, and it means to annoy someone to the point of madness without realizing it. I'm not kidding. That's actually in the dictionary.
Anyway,
Testimony. The killer. Oh, sorry.
Shira?
Oh, I thought we already read this.
not quite
Oh.
going.
He looked right into the trunk of
It's
the
taking a
stolen car.
flashback, but sure.
So tell us, how did you know that?
That's a good point.
How did you know that he broke into the trunk?
Not for nothing, Diego, but you should be looking at Melissa, not Mia.
He's hinting for Mia to get the hint.
Until you can explain how you knew that, you're gonna have a lot of very suspicious people on the side of the courtroom.
See, he even started facing to her at the end of that statement.
Sprite limitations, you understand.
Well, with this,
And
Hey.
The judge is hesitant.
hey, Pedro, he's not saying it.
I know, but this is my running gag. That's all I got, okay?
Because there were marks on the trunk lid.
In the crime photo.
Didn't they were scratch marks from
From when he broke
Broke
into
it.
That's what I said.
What? Let me see that photo. Hey. It's true. These certainly look like scratch marks around the keyhole.
Nah, Shane, that she's just sleeping.
Yeah, we didn't have enough room in the rest of the car.
Spelled with capitals.
It's obvious that this trunk has been broken open.
Which means...
Case solved. Well, Miss Faye, are you satisfied?
No.
Well, fuck you then.
The judge is on his side. Getting mistakes here.
Let's see what we got then.
What she just said. Is there a contradiction in there somewhere? Also, the judge is way too emotionally involved.
I don't know what you're talking about, Miss Faye. Clearly, he is the picture of neutrality.
Alicia Foster, it looks like you've finally betrayed yourself. What?
Turns out she's bipolar, and one of the personalities betrayed the other.
You said you were in a field taking photos. But even so, you knew about the scratches.
Oh my god, I just realized.
Uh,
This takes place in the Shyamalan cinematic universe.
Clearly.
It's all explained now.
What?
We'll discuss...
It's the most recent cinematic universe that's been created recently, Shiroi.
Yeah, we'll discuss that later. Spoilery territory.
Right. Finally. I finally got her.
Yay! Hooray!
I I'm getting pretty tired of waiting over here.
That's what you're good for, though.
I'm waiting.
I'm waiting.
Then perhaps it would be faster if Miss Bay explained herself.
That's just the thing, Joe. Remember, waiting for Godo, but he's Godo. He cannot wait for himself.
Your Honor, there's only one possible explanation.
The witness is stupid.
The witness is a mini.
The reason the witness has seen the scratches was...
She is the owner of the car.
Your Honor, the witness is mean. I request that she be taken out of the court.
Here we go.
There's only one way that the witness had the chance to see those scratches.
She was in me.
She can fly.
She can fly.
Yes? What is it?
Oh boy, I wonder what the judge is gonna react.
She's gonna have a heart attack.
Naturally.
Yeah.
Wait,
Turns out she's a demon and she's spread her wings and flew.
And she opened the trunk and stuffed the corpse in herself.
Huh.
The person who really hid the body in the trunk of that car was...
Is and shall forever be...
Me, I mean...
Melissa Foster. It was you that did it, wasn't it?
I can imagine it now. Well, she said me, but then she tried to change it. Me, Melissa Foster.
That's ridiculous. I could never...
Your umbrella did it.
It was the man in the prison guard. He's the one that...
Garb.
No. You don't think so, Miss Fox?
Oh,
I don't think so.
She does actually.
Mr. Falls had been in the trunk. He would have simply used the car key. There was no need to break it open.
Good point.
Maybe he was feeling really angry.
But he stole the car.
He's more
so-
than a generic rage.
He was so angry, he punched the keyhole open.
He stole it from a young couple that had been waiting at a red light.
Plot twist. It turns out that young couple was Desiree and Ron Delight.
That key would have still been in the ignition.
I'd buy that.
But they operate on motorcycle, not cars.
No. They do have cars, but Desiree just prefers the motorbike.
Not just that, Teo. Car, motorcycle, it doesn't matter. Just a little push of triangle in GTA, and it's yours.
Without that, we never would have uncovered the truth.
I reach out to the truth.
It could have been Mr. Falls that put the body in the trunk.
Couldn't.
He couldn't have. Never mind.
Objection! Preposterous! To even suggest that the witness put the body in there.
Hey,
Do you
Jovah,
have any
I'm
other reasons?
Yes, Major.
Hey, Jovah, I'm just thinking right now, since Edgeworth's a newbie here. Preposterous, Miss Faye. How could you possibly just blame the witness like that? This is unheard of.
Headcanon.
Oh, you must be new here.
Headcanon, he watched Perry Mason, so he knew this was coming. And we already... The Perry Mason method. Basically, Perry Mason is a lawyer TV show where the protagonist, Perry Mason, often finds the criminals by, of course, poking it out for a witness.
Now's the chance, Mia. Finish this thing.
Finish.
I'm not so certain about that, Mr. Edgeworth.
I actually wonder, Peter, what kind of fatality would fit Miss Alton here?
Well, it depends on the character, obviously.
No, but I mean in general, of all the MK roster.
We'll discuss that later.
Sure.
There's no need to
I'll need I'll talk to you then.
What I'm saying is the shutter for this may not have been pushed by Miss Foster herself.
That's right. It has a timer function.
Take that! I don't think you can make a mistake about it. Take a look at her camera.
How can you not look at it? It's freaking pink.
Dibs is pinkest.
And
Ding.
it's one of those horrible shades of pink. It has a timer built into it, even a mini tripod.
At least it's not 50 Shades of
And
Pink.
of course, this judge is also completely devoid of knowledge of what happens after the 1950s.
Almost as if the camera was bought just to take this picture.
Actually, surprisingly, no. This judge is actually more adept with more modern tech. Remember, he's
Are
the
you
younger
sure?
brother. What are you trying to say then, Miss Faye? That when the crime occurred, Miss Foster wasn't in the field as she claimed, singing "The Hills Are Alive" with the sound of music?
Edgeworth, didn't Von Karma teach you about the witnesses always being the guilty ones?
Edgeworth, you might be dressed for a musical, but that's not what we're here to talk about.
No, he usually just told me about the defendants always being the guilty party.
And winning at all costs, probably.
Yes.
Then the answer is yes. She was somewhere else.
But where could she have been?
Exactly. She was not in the field.
Would the defense please explain further, eh?
Jesus Christ, my cousin says more than I do.
Listen, this is a crucial point.
No shit.
You don't know how crucial.
Where was Miss Foster when the incident occurred?
Let me think about this.
In answering that question, will also make clear Miss Foster's true identity.
Well then, please answer this question.
Here we go.
Where was Melissa Foster when the incident on the bridge occurred? Dun, dun, dun. No, actually, let's go with Who Wants to Be a Millionaire thing.
Take that! Naturally, the witness was right here.
Your answer is dun, dun, dun. Correct. But that's where the victim, Miss Hawthorne, was standing. Wait.
That's right.
Order! Miss Faye, what on earth?
What on?
What in tarnation?
Your Honor, if I may.
When you were in a child, sorry, Your Honor.
After parting with the victim on the bridge, the defendant fled by car.
Oh, sorry.
Man, that was a quick drive.
But this would mean that there was no time to put the victim in the trunk.
Probably for she'll fall into the river.
In other words, if someone put the body in the trunk,
We have a time discrepancy.
it could only have been before the defendant met the victim.
Objection! How asinine! Of course Mr. Falls met with the victim. Are you
What a load
suggesting
of
that there were
ass.
two dead? Are you suggesting that there were two victims of the same name? Preposterous.
You're not paying attention, are you?
Anyway, the only person of that caliber is the same man that killed her, Terry Fowles.
Is he sure? Since he's a rookie, he still thinks things are realistic in this world.
Give him some time, he'll
Well,
adapt.
like any other anime character that tries to be a realistic, he'll adapt eventually. At the time the witness photo was taken, the victim was already dead.
He's already dead.
The person in the photo was not Valerie Hawthorne.
Or was it?
It was actually Brett King.
Objection! What? I've never heard anything more ridiculous in my entire life, and I hope that the rest of my life will be more sane than this.
Hindsight is a fucking bitch.
Yes,
Edgeworth, enjoy your life while you can. It's obvious, isn't it? It's your own witness.
What? Wait, hold on. My own witness being the killer? What the?
It's the only possible explanation.
Oh my god,
What is wrong with these people?
Actually, sure, I remember. In terms of the canon and chronology, this is the earliest taking place during Witch in Court case episode ever. So that could mean that this was the first time Mia ever pulled off a turnabout like this in the history of all attorneys.
It was you, Melissa Foster.
The Court of Fame says so.
Let's remember that it was raining.
Yeah,
and
wait,
foggy
wait,
on the
listen,
mountain up
you
there.
who do you think you are, Dwez? Beaker?
Who?
Muppets.
From the Muppets.
I haven't really seen that much of the Muppets.
You will
Mr. Holt
eventually.
himself believed that the woman in front of him was Valerie Hall.
Objection! But the defendant knew Valerie Hawthorne very well.
That doesn't mean she wouldn't. No. Nah.
Leave it to me, Shiroy. After all, she was the woman whose testimony helped get him convicted.
Objection! But since then, my client has spent 5 hard years in a federal
Penitentiary.
How did
Prison.
you say prison? Yeah. He couldn't remember exactly what she looked like anymore.
And now he's going to be condemned to 99 years in the
You're just
correctional
making
facility.
this up along as you go along. Where's your proof?
What do you need? A gigantic thunderclap every time she speaks?
No.
Put it all right here. This piece of evidence will blow this case wide open.
Pedro, we don't need proof that she's evil. What we need is proof that Terry didn't remember her face.
The time of the incident, Mr. Fuller.
Jovah.
What
Oh.
Valerie?
Also, Pedro, this is Valerie Hawthorne we're talking about. So you're saying she was truly the bad guy all along, are you?
By
Take
the way,
that.
Joe.
Sure.
Go ahead.
Joe, by the way, didn't you say later on in this LP you'd put the rock version of this track over?
I said I'd see if I can tonight. I'm trying to find a good area. The only issue is that, well, during which then there are objections. Unfortunately, the DS original version does not have the option to just turn off music easily. Though, if I can find a good place, I will.
Because I actually like that version better than this one.
Also,
Mr. Foster requested that she wear this scarf to identify herself. That's already been proven by the note the victim left.
oh, God. Well, Dwiz is also about I need to find a good place to loop it as well if it's gonna play beyond its section.
Sure.
I'll try. Although I
In
have...
other words, as long as you were wearing the scarf like he asked,
Not too different from the one I'm wearing.
anyone could have pretended to be Valerie Hawthorne.
Merely pretending.
Mm-hmm.
Well, what do you have to say to that, Melissa Foster?
Well, Melissa Foster, could you answer us that?
Let's
What
see
have
what
you
her
got to say
response
for
is.
yourself, young lady?
What?
She,
She fainted.
Well,
she,
he is fine.
she faked faintings to escape guilt. Where's Miss Foster? Eh?
Get a hold of yourself.
She's collecting herself in the lobby.
That doll, yeah, all for 'em. Collect them all so you can get your collection of demons complete.
I don't want to spend 20 minutes to try to bargain with her just running away at the end.
She has a tendency to do that.
She hid the body in the trunk and disguised herself as a victim.
We're onto something here.
She set up the camera to snap a fake photo.
Snap.
Yes.
Unfortunately, we didn't have the poker flute, so we couldn't take a good photo of the situation.
The only question is, why did she do it?
We need ourselves a motive.
Well, isn't that obvious?
She's the
No.
devil.
Actually, for once it isn't.
She's the true criminal.
See, there you go.
Yeah, beyond that, Mia.
Ha!
Well, we'll have to wait for Mr. Foster to compose herself before we start
Miss-
again.
Mr. Foster?
Yes, I've decided to think of her as a man now. Don't question me, okay? The defense and the prosecution are instructed to wait in the lobby while I collect my thoughts.
Your Honor, I'm not quite sure how I feel about that.
Yes, Your Honor.
Well, Mr. Edgeworth, should I hold you in contempt of court then?
Well, I'm not quite sure how I should feel about that either, Your Honor. How do you
This court is in
feel?
recess. Shut up. This court is in recess.
Wait, recess?
Good heavens, Lord, court is more crazy than my mentor told me it would be.
You're such a daddy's boy.
Oh, I'm nothing compared to my sister.
Anyway, see you for the next part.
Hopefully there will be no earthquakes, otherwise Edgeworth will really get traumatized by this trial.
Yeah. Alright, see you then.
See you then.
See ya.
See ya.